Today, I'd like to take a little time. I mentioned to you I would get a little special treat for you. Up at the very top, you have something called My Dream Board. It's your vision and how to dream big. If you click on this, it will bring up a dream board that we built for you. This is a template that everyone gets to start with. As it comes up, it allows you to define your dreams and goals. It allows you to answer the question, what is your why? What is it that's driving you each morning to get up and do the difficult things that need to be done so that you can do the things that most people can't do later in your life? You can have the freedom to do that. And that requires goals. That requires being able to dream. That requires having a vision to look forward that will drive you to do the difficult things that need to be done. But you can personalize this. This is a template that that everyone gets, but we encourage you to personalize it. The first thing you should do is click on this light bulb, and it will pop up a little window, and it will give you some instructions on how to personalize it. It says, click the menu icon in the upper left corner and select Edit to start personalizing your dream board. And then it'll give you some other instructions on how to change the title, My Dream Board, how to change the picture. And I'm going to walk you through some of these things. But if you read through these, it'll walk you through several steps on just how to personalize your dream board. And then step 8 says, delete the light bulb and delete this light bulb instruction that we have here, and then share your new dream board with your friends and family. So let's go ahead and walk through this. And I'll give you a little training on how to do dream boards. First, let me give you a little background on dream boards. Dreamboard is something we provide through the college so that you can define your why. But dream boards are built on a brand new technology called Storyboards. Storyboards are a brand new social media platform that allows you to preserve your precious memories for generations to always remember about any important life event. We're doing it here to create a storyboard about your dreams and goals. But storyboards allow you to create boards about any important life event. It may be maybe a wedding, maybe a new baby, maybe a vacation, maybe your personal legacy, maybe your family history, maybe a family reunion. Any important life event, you can capture it, and then it is shareable because it's all digital, not only geographically shared with anyone anywhere they are, but also over time. This can be shared with generations to follow. That maybe after you're gone, people will remember, because they'll be able to see your personal legacy storyboard. You can also do storyboards about maybe memorial storyboards about a loved one that has passed. The possibilities are endless. There's virtually anything you can do with a storyboard. So the first step is to go to this it's called a hamburger menu. You click on that, there's an option that says Edit. And only you as the owner of the storyboard are going to be able to do the first thing you want to do, and I'm actually looking at David Crookston's dream board. So the first thing you're going to want to do, we're in edit mode, so you can see a little pencil icon underneath each one of the items. There's labels and there's pictures. If I click on this pencil icon, it'll pop up the ability for me to edit specific information about this label. So I'm going to change this to David Crookston's dream board. I could also do things like changing the text color. I could change the background behind it. I could change the font. There's 75 different fonts to choose from. I could change the font size. It's currently 60 pixels. There's many options I can do on here, but I'm just going to save this. And now the title has changed. I can click on this and drag it with my mouse, position it anywhere I want. I told you how I edit it is I click this pencil icon. I could have also just double clicked. If I double click on the label, it'll do the same thing, bring that same box up. We'll cancel this. The next thing the instruction says is to change the picture. If I double click on the picture in the middle, what you're going to want to do is change this picture to one of your pictures. Down here, kind of in the middle, you'll see an option that says change picture. If you click on this, you have several options. You can change, you can replace this picture from one of the pictures in the library. There's a library of about over 2,000 stock images that you can use. But of course, with your picture, we're going to want you to upload it. So there's an option to replace with an upload. When you replace with upload, I'm not going to do it here because this is David Crookson's Dreamboard. I don't have a picture of David Crookson on my computer, but it'll allow you to grab a picture off your computer. Also works on your phone. You can do this from your phone, although phone is kind of a limited visual space that you can see, so it makes it a little more difficult. But I've edited storyboards from my phone also, but I can upload pictures from my phone. But I can upload a picture, and then when I save it, then that picture gets refreshed here. You can do the same thing with any of these pictures here. You can replace them, but the next thing we want you to do is we want you to go ahead and double click on the picture. This one's on family. And then I want you in the pop-up message, I want you to type in your goal, your family goal. I'm going to say, spend time weekly with my, we'll just put wife and children. And now I'll save that. Now, if I go back to preview mode, I can pop up my menu again. At the very top, this option that says preview. I could have also just pressed Control P and we go to preview mode. In preview mode, when the user moves the mouse over the picture, it'll pop up a little, what's called a tooltip. And it'll have whatever you put in that pop-up message. It says spend time weekly with my wife and children. Also, there's a little play button. So if I click the play button, it'll do an automated show. I've only got one right now of every picture that has a caption or a pop-up message, it'll include in an automated show. I'm going to play it once. It'll show, well, actually, let's go edit a few more and then we'll play it later. So I'll go back to edit mode. I could have also pressed Control E. And let's add another one. I'm going to double click on the scriptures here. And I'll put a goal of read scriptures daily. I'll save that one. I'll go here and physical. I'm going to put exercise daily and keep my weight under 200 pounds. How's that? We'll save that one. Financial. I'm going to make a financial goal of $50,000 in savings. And we'll save that one. Okay, let's go back to a preview mode. I go to my menu, I click on preview. And now let's click the play button.
Instructions.
Whoop, that one won't be there normally.
Spend time weekly with my wife and children. Read scriptures daily. Exercise daily and keep my weight under 200 pounds. $50,000 in savings.
Okay, that was the last picture that had a caption or had a pop-up message. Let's go back to edit mode. Let's do something here. I'll show you. There's kind of a lag between the pictures, so I'm going to shorten the amount of time each picture is shown. If I go to my settings, I can go in here and I can say, let's play each picture for like 4 seconds. I'll save that. I'm going to double click on instructions. I'm going to say Let's see here. Let's hide that one for now. Okay, I hid this image, so I go to preview mode, it won't show up. And then I'm gonna play the show again by hitting this play button. You'll see it runs a little quicker now.
Spend time weekly with my wife and children. Read scriptures daily. Exercise daily and keep my weight under 200 pounds. $50,000 in savings.
That's a little quick preview on doing a show, and we just enter our goals and they'll pop up. Imagine you create your own pictures on here, what your specific goals are, and then your personal pictures are popping up in this show on the Dreamboard. Now, in addition to naming your goals, setting your goals, we'll go back to edit mode here. We also want you to tell us what your plans are for that. So if I go to maybe family, I'll double click on the picture. And you saw where I can enter pop-up message. If I wanted to, I could put a caption under here, which we don't have currently. But also, there's two tabs at the top here. By default, I'm looking at the properties about that particular picture. But also there's a story. If I click the second tab, there's a story, and there's a full word processor editor here on my story. And in the context of a dream board, I would put in here what my goals are for this story. Now, I want to spend time weekly with my wife and my children, but I can be more specific in here. I'm going to do, every Friday, I will take my wife out to do something with just us. Every week, I will spend quality time out with one of my children on a rotating basis. So you can just enter whatever details you want in here. And you can format this if you want. I can go in here and say, okay, let's change this font here. I'll change the size maybe to 18. Maybe I'll go in here and I'll bold wife and I'll bold children. Maybe I'll change the color of this for whatever silly reason and make this red every week. But so you can see, you can do any formatting you want. This is a word processor in here, and you can type it all. And this is basically to tell the story behind this picture. Storyboards allow you to preserve your precious memories. And that's what this technology is all about. So we'll save this. Now we're going to go back to preview mode. And you notice something. When I hold the mouse over that family picture, you notice that it zoomed out. It zoomed out because there's a story behind the picture. You won't see that on any other picture because we haven't put stories behind these pictures yet. But this one has one, and if I click on it, it'll pop up a little window and it'll tell me every Friday we'll take my wife out to do something with just us. Every week we'll spend quality time out with one of my children on a rotating basis. So it'll display that story to your guest, your visitor, whoever you've shared your dream board with. Let me show you a couple of things real quick here. We'll go back to edit mode. And maybe I want a different special effect on this. Under here, special effect, it says use the default special effect. Well, what's the default special effect? If I go back to my storyboard settings, it says the default special effect is called zoom, but there's several other special effects you can pick from. I'm going to leave the default on zoom. I need to undo all this for David Crookston that we're showing you today, but I'm just going to go to this one picture and say, I want this special effect to be let's do a pulse. We'll save this. We'll go to preview. Now, when I hold my mouse over, I'm getting a pulse special effect. So you're seeing a lot of the animation in the storyboard technology, to the automated shows, to the special effects, to tell your stories behind every picture. Imagine, if you will, preserving your precious memories about any important life event and being able to arrange your pictures and tell the detailed stories behind each picture for any important life event. That's what the technology does. That's the technology we're using for you to define your why and why you want to get started. I've shown you how to edit edit your storyboard. There really are just two types of items on your storyboard. There's labels and pictures. These are all labels here. These down here are all separate labels. The circles are actually pictures. I can move anything around I want. If I go back to edit mode, I can click on anything I want and move it around however I want to do that. I don't want to mess up David's Dreamboard too much here. So anything can be moved. You can also add new things. If you go to the menu, again, you'll see down here, new label. If I click on that, it'll add a new label on here. Now I can double click it and set all its properties. I can move it around anywhere I want. I'm just dragging it with my mouse. I could use my arrow keys to do finite moving, one pixel at a time. So you can do all your arranging. This is almost like, many of you may remember back around the year 2000, scrapbooking was really, really big. Matter of fact, around that time, 1 in 5 families in the United States was doing scrapbooking. And there were social clubs built around doing scrapbooking. And people would just meet together in someone's home for the evening. They do scrapbooking. Well, this is kind of the new digital scrapbooking, only it's much easier to share. And you have much more control and power over this, because it's not just a scrapbook that's sitting on your coffee table in your living room. This is digital that can easily be shared with anyone worldwide. If I right click on any object, a label or a picture, I'll get a pop-up menu of other things I can do. One of the things I can do is I can delete the object. I just click here. It'll delete that object off my storyboard. And I'm going to show you also how to add pictures. You saw a new label. There's also new pictures. So I can add pictures from a library. I mentioned that we have over 2,000 stock photos. At the very top, there's a list box of different categories: animals, nature, people, sports, music, food and drink, on and on and on. There's 3 miscellaneous categories. If I go to maybe music, then I can view it, and you can see I'll scroll down a little bit. There's just a bunch of just different images that are music related. And you can throw any of these. I can click on any of these. I'll just click on this one here. And it will add it to your storyboard. I can also go to maybe animals. Again, you can scroll down here because there's many different animals you can use. Let's go ahead and grab one. I like the lion. All you do is click on it. It automatically adds it, sticks on your storyboard, and you can drag it around wherever you want. I could have also added a new picture, not from the library, also from uploading, which is what I would expect most people to do, is upload your own personal pictures so you can tell the detailed stories behind each picture. And this is something that can't be done on the internet today. It's impossible. This is brand new social media platform that is not available anywhere else on the internet. There's some other options I won't go into right now, but mostly you're going to upload your pictures or pick a picture from the library. You can also change the background. If you go down here in your menu, there's background, and there's many different options on background. I could say, I just want to set it to some color. When you do that, you get to pick what color. You can click around, drag around wherever you want, pick a color you like. Maybe I like, let's pick a different color. Let's pick something, maybe an orange. If I select that, then my storyboard, the background of my storyboard will change to that background color. I can also set the background to a pattern. And there's many repeating patterns. And I may say, yeah, like this pattern here. I just click on it. My storyboard refreshes with that pattern in the background. Some other options on background, I can pick a picture. And there are many categories of pictures. This is kind of a fun one. It's a sky picture. So you can set your whole background, with that picture. Some other pictures you have. Get sky pictures, water pictures, mountains, landscape. And there are many landscape pictures on here. There are animals. And you just play with these. Some buildings, some abstracts. Here's some abstract backgrounds. They're kind of fun. Let's click on this one, see how that looks. We're just seeing a little bit of that. Okay, let me go back. I'm going to go back to picture. I'm going to pick landscape. I'm going to set it back to the picture we had before. So I don't want to mess up. This is the picture that was the default picture before. Okay, and let me delete the lion. I'm just cleaning up now on David Crookston's Dreamboard. Those are the basics, everyone. You can also learn about this because on your edit menu, you have an option down the bottom near the bottom called help. And on the help, you have a reference section. If I click on reference, it brings up a support reference for the storyboard editor with beginner topics, intermediate topics, and advanced topics. Also on that menu, under help, you have some videos. You click on that and it will bring up several training videos. I recommend everyone start right here on create your first storyboard. You click that. There is, I think it's 13 minutes. Yeah, almost 13 minutes. This short video will help you create your very first storyboard. There's a 13-minute video that'll go over a lot of the basics that I just went over with you. We'll close that. Let me close this one down. You'll notice also that this storyboard editor training videos
solutions all in one place. Download the Experian app and try it for free.
Is a storyboard itself. So I built the storyboards and the storyboard help with storyboards, as you're seeing there. So feel free to play around with those all you like. Very, very powerful technology. This is a side project of mine that I've created. I've architected and built all this technology, and we're launching it as a brand new social media platform to do something that's never been done before. Preserve your precious memories for generations to always remember. Let me go back to preview mode here, and I'll end our little training today on this. So today you saw some basic stuff in your back office in your portal, how to access all the information you need to, and how to define your why. Use the Dreamboards with the storyboard technology to create your own personal dream board, and then you can share that. And let me show you that one last time. If you go in edit mode, there's a menu option called share, and you click share. It'll show you your referral link, so you can copy and paste that. You can share it with anybody, and now anybody can view your dream board. Dreamboards by default are public. They can be made private. There's all kinds of security wrapped around them, and you can learn about those things later. Okay, let me open up the mics for any questions or comments, and hopefully you enjoyed the great tools you have available to you in BizNet College. Rosie, what do you think?
Oh my gosh, I'm just blown away. This is absolutely wonderful, especially that you can be so creative and be able to share not just your goals, but also your memories. And we all have the families that we'd like to be close with and build relationships with. And I think this is a fantastic opportunity of building relationships. So thank you for this and all the time and effort you put into this. How long did it take you, Bob, to put this together?
I've been building this technology over the last couple of years. I had the idea during COVID. I locked myself down and I was working for probably 6 or 8 months, 16 to 18 hours a day in doing building all this. But it's in production right now. It's been beta tested with 500 storyboards. And we're just rolling this out as a separate project. But I wanted to include it here because it's such a great tool for defining your why, but also to preserve all your precious memories. It's just the possibilities are virtually endless.
I'm thinking of someone on here, Shirley Mahana. I know that she loves anything like this. Shirley, do you have a comment on this? Anyway, I'm glad you recorded this because this is absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Bob.
Okay.
Hey, Bob, this is Dave from Idaho. This is really incredible. I really appreciate you sharing that with us. This is something that we all wish we had, and here it is. So this is amazing. Thanks so much for doing it. We really appreciate it.
There's so many things you can do with the storyboard technology. I've built many. In fact, I'll show you a few just as a sample. You can go. Well, I don't want to distract you too much, but
no, please do.
This is the actual social media website, and if you scroll down here, there's a short 3-minute video there, but also there are some sample storyboards. If you click on this, this is a storyboard, but this also, I just put links to other storyboards. You can link storyboards together also. But here's one that I built, is my personal legacy. This is a picture of me in first grade. I click on that, it pops up a storyboard. Who is Bob Wood? And these are just many aspects of my life. My marriage in the Washington, D.C. temple when I was growing up, my family when I was a little boy, my job as a teenager, my children, time I spent at Philmont Scout Camp. And again, I can also click.
I was born to a teenage mother and spent part of my early years in a foster home. My family was actively involved in family and friend gatherings, sports, picnics, hunting and camping. My good friend Dave Foote and I were teenage entrepreneurs with a blue pickup truck to haul anything.
So just a quick example. This is one I put together. I'll tell you though, probably one of my most popular ones is controversial. It's a storyboard I titled "Love Him or Hate Him." But here's an example of a storyboard that was built on who is Donald Trump. And each one, you notice I hover over these, and each one tells a story about his early years. And it goes right through his entire life into his administration and accomplishments and things. Again, he's very controversial. You love him or you hate him. But this is just an example of what can be done with storyboards. And it has an automated show also. I won't bore you with that, but just an example. Imagine you doing this for yourself, for your personal legacy, your family history, memorial storyboards about a past loved one, maybe Aunt Martha in Idaho, and all of a sudden you've got a recording of her talking about what it was like growing up on the farm in Idaho, and you've captured that and preserved those precious memories, that audio, for generations to always remember. This is not available anywhere on the internet today. This is a brand new social media technology. And there's here's a family history one. This is kind of interesting. Williquette history. This is put together by one of our beta testers. This one's kind of fun. He did an overlay. He's got all these old buildings, but if you move your mouse over it, he fades into the current building on that. So you see that church? You move your mouse over it, and he's faded it into a second picture. He talks about his family history. There's another interesting one, which is a memorial. See, have it in here. Oh, no, that's not in here. The same tester did a memorial storyboard on his brother who died as a young man in a work accident. And did a whole memorial storyboard on the life of his brother and just honored his brother. And now his whole family can share that. That same individual, his father passed away recently. And what he did is he built a whole memorial storyboard for his father. And then at the funeral service, he put his show on autoplay. In the entryway for the funeral home when people came to the funeral service, and the show was playing all the time. And then he sent the link to the show to all his family, so the people who couldn't be there could still participate in what I call the digital eulogy for his father. So those memories were preserved forever, for generations all remember beyond the funeral service. So I'll stop there. I could go on forever about storyboards, but just give you an example. Here's one. Here's some examples of different storyboards you could do. Weddings, memorials, hobbies, graduations, retirements, reunions. When we grab a storyboard about, a reunion that you had, a family vacation, new baby, anniversaries, baptisms, bar mitzvahs, quinceaneras, family history, birthdays, even a business, the storyboard on your business, personal legacy, dream boards. So the possibilities are virtually endless.
Amazing. Okay. Very cool.
That's a treasure. Absolutely.
I'm going to stop there because that's not what our call's about, but I just wanted to share at least the dream board with you.
Question, if you're not a part of BizNet College, if people wanted this, is it something you're selling?
It is social media platform. It's completely free. If you're not part of BizNet College, you can go to the website. Just for you, I've got too many windows open here, but there we go. The website's called storyboard.fun, F-U-N. Anybody can go there, and anybody can click the get started, and they can sign up for a free storyboard. It's completely free. And the way the business works is you get a free storyboard for everyone that you refer. And that actually applies in biznet.college also. Like everyone gets a free storyboard, but every time you refer someone, you get an additional storyboard. And we do that. I'm bouncing around here. See, David has referred 25 people. So he should have a whole bunch of free storyboards. Matter of fact, I can tell. Let me look at something real quick here. Yeah, you can see up here, he's got, this is a menu option to look at a list of all the storyboards that you have. and we've got his one, he's got one storyboard called My Dreamboard. But up here it says available 21.
Hmm.
The system is allowing him, because of his referrals, allowing him to create 21 more storyboards if he wanted to.
That's pretty neat.
Wow, that is impressive.
So it's pretty cool technology. It just doesn't exist today. It's something that I just had a vision to create. And I think it has a huge potential. So we're utilizing it for the college too.
That's a positive outcome regarding the COVID lockdown.
Yep,
Um,
yep. Well, it's an interesting story because someone else asked me first. They said it was one of my friends up in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and he had a side project that he was helping college students kind of prepare for life. And the first thing he did when he met with them was have them create a dream board. But he was doing it the old-fashioned way, where they'd take a poster board and cut pictures out of a magazine and glue it or tape it down on a poster board, then hang it on the wall, the old way that we all have seen. He was teaching college kids how to do that. When COVID hit, the college shut down and wouldn't allow him to meet at all with his college kids. So he called me and said, Bob, I know you're a technologist. Is there any way that we could do these dream boards online? And I said, Dan, let me do some thinking about it. And then that evolved into the whole storyboard technology. But it started out as a tool for doing dream boards and grew to really being able to capture all your precious memories and preserve them.
Love it. I love it.
Pretty cool. That is very neat. Good job.